them, tougher than leather. You can call me Knuckles. Unlike Sonic, I don't chuckle. I'd rather flex my muscles.
Well, I just hit.
Welcome to the podcast, everyone.
Yay!
It's our first podcast. Can you believe it?
I mean, everybody and the brother has a podcast now, so it's like we and you know, we need to join in with all like the grandmas who have their own podcast.
Before we get carried away here, let's do the intros. Hello, my name is Trunky Nugget. Dan, take it away.
Hey, I'm Dan. I'm the other guy. And today we have a special guest.
We do have a special guest, a very special guest.
A first podcast, our first guest.
Our first guest on the podcast.
Our first ever guest on the podcast. Can you believe it?
And let's let our guest introduce himself right now.
Hello, I'm Poppa.
Hello.
That's me.
Hey.
Big Poppa.
What's up?
Daddy-o.
What's up? How you been doing, Poppa?
Daddy.
Man, do you remember Daddy-o 5, that guy who abused his kids for YouTube views?
Nope, and now I regret calling myself Daddy-o.
I hope you do. I was pretty triggered. I'm not gonna lie.
Why do you have to make me regret life choices?
I mean,
as soon as they happen.
I mean, I thought you already did.
I do.
You know, like the rest of us.
That's true. That's true.
All right, Poppa, would you please introduce yourself, please?
I mean, I'm Poppa. That's me. That's all I am. That's it. That's all.
All right.
Nothing special about me.
Very impressive indeed.
Thank you.
So the first thing we're talking about on this podcast, is we're going to be talking
serious podcast.
On the serious podcast. We're going to be talking about the podcast. What do you guys think about the podcast?
I think that about sums it up, honestly.
I feel like this is just the first rule of Fight Club.
But
could you elaborate on that, please?
Fight Club.
Don't talk about Fight Club. But in reverse.
So
first topic of the podcast. Let's talk about the podcast.
So always talk about the podcast?
Always.
I think that's a good rule.
I mean, that's what I've been doing for the past 5 months, but
never not be talking about the podcast.
That's definitely what I've been doing for like the whole podcast so far.
So far, the podcast has been majority dedicated to the podcast. So let's move on.
Let's move on.
Second topic I have here, suggested by Dan himself, also known as...
What, me?
Yep.
What are you also known as, Dan?
Dan.
Nope.
Suggested by Dan himself.
Are you saying my name is not my name?
Exactly.
This is so sad.
Today, suggested by Dan himself, we're going to be talking about Barack Obama's awful presidency.
Are you sure I wasn't drunk when I was making that suggestion?
You suggested this 5 minutes ago, Dan.
Not even. It was like a minute ago.
Look, here's what you don't understand.
The tragic presidency of Barack Obama.
Here's what you don't understand, okay? Barack Obama was a pretty awful president. But I don't want to talk about that, okay?
Barack Obama was a true hero.
I don't want to talk about how every president from Bill Clinton on to now has basically been the same president. Okay? That's not what I'm interested in doing.
Barack Obama was the first
podcast.
Black president.
Yes, that's true. And Trump was the first orange president.
Wow, we were really breaking through on this diversity.
All right, let's get deeper into this. What about the birther movement? What do you guys think?
The what?
The birther movement.
Barack Obama was born in Kenya, was he not?
Oh yeah, that thing. I don't know. I'm not a boomer. I don't know anything about this.
I don't know.
I'm a Gen Z.
So I guess the conclusion we can all come to is Barack Obama was not legally allowed to be the president because he was not born in the United States.
I think we can all agree on that.
I think we can all agree on one thing at least.
Definitely agree on that. I mean, the evidence is clear. It was like a whole photoshopped photo of like an ID of Barack
Wow.
Obama.
I saw his
Apparently there
birth
was a
certificate.
His birth
huge
certificate definitely
billboard that said,
looked
"Where's the birth certificate?"
completely legitimate. There was nothing fake about
It
it at
said
all.
Kenya on it.
It said Kenya right on it.
Barack Hussein Obama.
I mean, that's really all you need to know. Okay.
He grew up in the
His
Middle
middle
East.
name. It's so important.
Uh,
That middle name says all you need to
place
know.
of birth, Honolulu. Wait.
Honolulu isn't a real place.
Okay, no, he's Barack Hussein Obama II.
Honolulu is just a
Oh.
made-up word.
All right,
Same.
enough about this, guys. I have a third topic for you all today.
Okay, what is it?
We're really banging these out.
That's true.
I'm proud of y'all.
So, don't worry, I have a lot more. And
I thought you said you only had 3. Can't believe you'd lie to me. How dare you?
all right, so what do you guys think about Taco Boys?
I think it may or may not indeed be a thing.
I think it's a thing.
I found out that it was a thing, yeah.
Did you say Taco Boys?
Did you say Taco Bell?
Is Taco Bell
I
a
actually said Taco Boys, not Taco Bell, actually.
Oh.
thing? Taco.
I mean, it's an easy
Boys.
mistake to make. You
It's
know.
a mistake I once made as a young child.
Well, I think that it's a
Can you tell us
fresh
more about
take
your
on
childhood?
Tex-Mex because they use 2 shells for their tacos. So they've got a fresh,
No, they
crunchy
don't.
hard shell on the inside, and a soft tortilla on the inside to catch all the meats and toppings that fall through the crunchy one.
When did we start talking about Mexican food? I want to talk about Craig's childhood. Can you
This
tell
is
us
just-
more about your
this is
childhood,
just
Craig?
What happened? This is just what
That's-
showed up when I googled.
That's not in the
Taco.
notepad file, but I guess
Craig, let's get off. Why are you so obsessed with this notepad file? All right, we need to learn.
Yeah,
We need
how
to
does that
learn
make
to
you
not be
feel?
so obsessive. We need to learn. This is therapy. Okay?
we were talking
Tell
about the
us
third
your
topic.
childhood.
My
We're talking
childhood
about
is
your
not
childhood.
on the notepad
How
file.
does that make you feel?
How does it make you feel to constantly worry about what's on the notepad?
The
Come on,
notepad,
Craig.
it's
I feel awkward because I'm not playing games and I'm just sitting at my computer.
Tell us about your addiction to video games,
I
Poppa.
don't have an addiction.
I mean, you're suffering from withdrawal right now, pretty clearly.
No, I'm not. I'm bored.
how are you bored?
Not really.
How are you bored?
I'm kidding.
This is the most
This is-
exhilarating
this is-
time of my life.
3 men
Poppa.
just being boys. All right, that's all this is.
We're the reverse of boys to men. Men to boys.
Alright, I like that a lot, Papa. I like it a lot.
Thank you. Me and my obscure music.
If you guys are ready to move on to the 4th topic on my notepad file,
This
yes,
one
the
is
big
about
twist.
trunking
There are
into
more.
childhood.
You guys really want to do that?
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
just messing with
Okay. We can do that next episode.
If
Right.
I'm a guest, I won't be there.
That's right. Our special guest today is Papa.
That's me.
Poppa, can you tell us about your childhood?
Nope.
Dan.
That was very anticlimactic.
I didn't.
I think
have
we're done
one.
with our special guest segment.
Dan,
I didn't have.
let's
one.
stop pressuring our guest here. He is our guest after all.
Yeah, we shouldn't
Yeah.
interview him. I agree.
Stop pressuring.
All right,
me.
let's move right along to the 4th topic on the notepad file. Dan, can you guess what it is? Can you guess what it
It was
is?
probably talking about the
Dan's
notepad because we
childhood?
hit that one out of the park. Let's go on to the 5th topic.
Is it Dan's childhood?
It's not.
Damn.
Believe it.
That was
believe
the
it or
5th
not.
topic.
Oh, okay. No, that's the.
The 4th topic we have is me spilling my pop on the couch at the mall.
Oh man.
This
I
was
was a witness
this
to
was an
this event.
especially sad time in my life. I was having a really bad day.
Craig, can you tell us about that? It was an especially bad time in your life.
So I was sitting next to this man that some call Logan, and I was drinking my pop on the couch at the mall. And
Continue.
it was an especially flavorful pop. Let me say, maybe one of my favorite
Mm.
favorite
Would one
tasting
call it a
sodas.
Soda.
It was a
Mm.
taste. It was tasty. And then, unfortunately, my primal instincts got the best of me, and I dropped. I spilled the pop on the couch.
I see.
The aftermath was even more disturbing.
Oh.
It was about 5 minutes from closing, and I realized there was no chance I could clean up the pop that I had spilled.
This is so sad.
So we ran.
I'm literally crying and shaking.
We ran and
right
we
now.
didn't tell anybody that I spilled the pop on the couch. To this day, you can still see the pop stain.
Can you actually?
Craig, did you just admit to vandalism?
This was very clearly a fictional story, Dan.
Yes,
oh, okay.
Yeah,
I don't.
This all happened allegedly.
So clearly, you cannot tell.
Just allegations.
Clearly, you cannot tell the difference between unironic and ironic behavior, Dan.
That's true, but
Dan.
all I'm saying is that I may or may not have been a witness to these events.
Well, you weren't because it didn't happen.
Yeah,
I'm just saying. I may have been here. I might testify in court. You never know, Craig.
All right, so I had a 5th topic, but we can skip over that for now. Let's go to the 6th topic.
Oh no. Lucky number 6.
We can talk about Adam Wilson's dreams and ambitions. What do you guys think?
I don't know who this Adam Wilson character is you're talking about, but let's just not talk about what's on the notepad. Let's talk about your childhood, Craig.
You really want to go into this childhood?
It's not on the notepad.
Craig, I think that if we've unlocked the secrets of your childhood, we will unlock the secrets of why this notepad is so important to you.
Because he worked hard on the notepad.
I spent
Craig,
hours slaving away.
Hours.
Can you please tell us about your childhood? I really want to know why you're the man you are standing before us today.
Do it.
Pussy. Did you just fart?
No, I laughed. I like inappropriate words.
It was an ordinary childhood. What can I say?
Just an ordinary boy.
All right, listen. We don't have to do that.
Yeah, we don't have to sing.
I mean, we can move on to the next topic if you're really that. If you're really so unwilling to talk about Adam Wilson, we can.
I was just trying to make a way for our audience to enjoy themselves, just with a little song and dance number, you know.
Who is this? Adam Wilson.
Is that a type of cheese? Oh, it's the Edam.
Oh.
Oh.
Is that a thing?
Yeah, that cheese exists. That's what the moon's made out of.
I meant Edam, you idiot.
I mean, yeah. Also, you need to get close to your mic, because
you need to get closer to your mic. Oh God, I regret saying everything. Stop it.
Is this better?
That's hot.
Let me just say, this is probably one of the best podcasts out there.
This is the greatest podcast. Let me tell you something.
All right, let's talk about our feelings.
This is the best
about
podcast.
ASMR.
Let's talk about how great our podcast is, okay? It's so great. You wouldn't believe how great our podcast is, okay?
It's so great.
You wouldn't believe it, okay?
You wouldn't believe it.
I'm just saying. It's so great, okay?
It's so great. You wouldn't
okay,
believe
folks?
it.
We're
It's
high
so
IQ
great.
geniuses here, okay?
Dan,
That's not true.
We're heading off the rails at top speed here.
Going off the rails on
let's try to stay
train.
Let's try to stay on track, all right, guys?
I'm sorry.
Sorry.
We're going back to the notepad. Can we do topic number 9? Because we just did topic number 6, and I think that'd be funny.
All right, topic number 9. We can do that, yes.
You're so immature, Dan, but I love it.
Topic number 9 is goblin hunting.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
In what?
In what?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Yeah.
You've never encountered a goblin before?
Goblins are
Papa?
everywhere.
I haven't. I might have, but it's probably been a long
Did
time.
I not send you the video of that goblin in my house? He's running across the floor like a little goblin. He was.
Yeah.
I feel like that'd just be the one that some call Logan.
I mean, he is a goblin.
It wasn't him.
But
It was a goblin, a real goblin through and through.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we're talking about a different goblin here.
Was it the one that some call Kyle?
No.
Good.
We don't know what he's called. We couldn't. We didn't get the chance. He was too fast. We couldn't ask him.
I mean, sound travels pretty fast, so like, how did the sound waves not reach his ears?
You weren't there, Dan.
Is this goblin's name? Is this goblin blue? And named Sonic?
He was slightly. He was mint green.
Going around at the speed of sound.
And he crawled into a hole in my wall that I did not know was there.
He's climbing in your holes.
That's hot.
And I'd like to say, Poppa, if you've never seen a goblin yourself, you should start paying more attention because
They're everywhere.
they're kind of just like roaming about all the time.
Yeah. They must be stopped at all costs.
Dan, you're acting a little hypocritical right now, I gotta
Yeah.
admit.
What do you mean?
You have two goblin you have two little goblin houses in your room. You hide goblins. I know you do. You always lie to me and say that you don't, but it's pretty obvious.
No.
Goblins.
These are lies.
Goblins are the only things small enough to
These
fit
are
in
lies.
those doors.
That is
They're lies.
untrue.
I'm not hiding goblins.
He's hiding.
You should be hunting goblins, Dan.
I believe we should hunt goblins. I think that's fair and humane, and that's what we should be doing.
How about we go tomorrow? Let's go hunt some
should die.
goblins.
I'm actually busy tomorrow. Okay.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I'm giving out food to homeless people.
It's very
Can you
brave
give
of
it to
you.
me?
Yeah.
It's very brave.
Can we talk about the homeless crisis? Can we talk about the opioid crisis? I
mean-
think that's a really important issue in our society that is not addressed enough.
If we're gonna talk about homeless people, I'd like to say I'm pretty sure about 80% of homeless people are goblins disguising as people who just want to.
That's right. I mean, it's not racist. It's completely correct.
That's sexist.
It's completely correct.
That's
I know.
completely correct. Yes.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You guys ready for topic number 7?
Is it the opioid
Sure.
crisis?
No, we're not going to be talking about the opioid crisis
Damn it.
on today's podcast.
That's tomorrow.
Today on the podcast, we will be talking about, yes, the podcast. I know we talked about it already, but
I feel like
I mean, we've been doing it for a while, you know. What are your thoughts? Have you guys changed your opinions on the podcast?
I'm still loving it.
Dan?
That's you're gonna get copyright strike because McDonald's is gonna come down hard on us with a cease and desist. I think that was a very
I just
very
said
big
I was loving
mistake.
it. I didn't do the theme before it.
Oh, that's fair. Maybe they won't be so harsh.
They might. Yeah.
Can we do
They
the
might
theme?
just like
Not
give you
like the
$100 fine.
Brothers. They're not like the Fine Brothers, where if you have a reaction to anything, you're sued.
Are you bowing down to corporate overlord Ronald
No.
McDonald?
Ronald McDonald.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Oh, we're definitely getting copy strike now. It's too late.
We'll have to
I don't
cut that
care.
part out.
You guys are coming down with me.
Hey, I
You
didn't.
guys
si-
are
I
screwed
signed up.
now.
I signed up for a podcast. Okay.
All right, yeah, I'll edit that part
Not
out.
for a lawsuit.
I'll edit that part out. That was a bit too harsh. I'm sorry.
If you leave that in, I'm going to literally come to your house and murder you.
Let it be known,
Let's cut
folks.
that part out too.
No, I'm leaving that part
No,
in.
let's leave that in. Let's cut out all the parts where we say cut things out, because cutting isn't good.
Can we leave in only the parts where we?
Yeah, you're right.
Can we only
I
leave
think
in the
that
parts?
that talking about cutting leads us directly to into our next topic. If you need help, if you're hurting,
That's
make
not
sure to.
that's not our next topic.
Oh, I'm sorry. I
That's
was just
the
saying you need to
next
reach out and
topic.
get some help.
We're not talking about that, okay?
We should.
We need to, as a society.
There's
Why are
too
you
much
stigmatizing mental health like
There's
this,
too
Craig?
much
Mental
bad
health is a
stigma
joke.
behind it.
It's a big
No,
joke.
It's not.
It's a farce.
Craig, I've had it up to here with
They're
you.
lying to you.
I've had it up to here.
I've had it up to
I'll
here.
have
I'm
you
putting
know,
my hand even higher than Papa's hand right now.
I'll have you know, I never once moved my hand when I said I had it up to here.
I've seen
Oh.
studies, right? People with depression, you can just not be depressed. Like it's actually
Sounds
pretty
about
easy.
right. Do you have any tips?
Um, just just
Hey,
be
you see
happy,
that-
I guess.
You see
Yeah.
that sadness you have? Don't.
Dan, what do you think?
Sorry, I was just feeding my my dog.
I didn't hear a single woof.
Woof.
Oh, that's because he's a very good boy.
Oh, I see.
Very good boy.
Can we take a little segue here? This actually wasn't in the notepad, but I will add it to the
He's
notepad.
going off the train. He's going off the rails.
He's learning to be a normal human being. This is what a great character
We're
development.
making progress.
In one podcast, we've already had a
Craig
great
was so
character
bad.
arc.
And now damn it, he's added it to the notepad.
Oh no, this is so sad.
It's in the notepad. Okay.
It's just.
We were so close to.
We almost made it, Dan.
What do you guys think of steamed hams?
I think they're delightfully devilish, Seymour.
Dan?
Man, this is a 2017 meme. I don't know why you're bringing it up in 2020.
Because it's still funny.
The future is now, old man.
Like I told you once before, slightly stale memes
Slightly stale.
are the best
mean-
ones.
It's
I think 3 years old is more than slightly. That's like
It's
Opening a
aged
bag
like a
of
fine
chips.
wine.
it's like opening a bag of chips and leaving it open and eating them the next day.
Here's a good topic.
and
What
it's
are
for
you-
all.
bread.
I don't
Here's a good
understand.
topic. All right, I think this is the greatest debate of our lives.
Ooh.
Chips or crisps?
Oh no.
The great debate of our generation.
I like trips.
That's not an option.
It
Did
is
you say
now.
shrimp?
No.
You like shrimp?
Yes, I did
No,
say
shrimp is absolutely terrible, abhorrent.
Dude, you're
Call me a
wrong.
boomer, but I prefer the hard, tough, working class feel of chips. Of good old fashioned American potato chips. You know, that's all I'm saying.
What is a crisp?
It's the loser word for chips. Get it? Because they lost the
crisp?
American Revolution. They couldn't even hold on to their colonies.
I'll just
What
say
is
this. I'll just say this. You crisp lovers, I bet you've never tried popping open a cold brew
I bet you don't love justice.
with
I bet
with a
you
bag
love
of
your
chips.
father, the
Wait.
devil.
There's no difference between chip and a crisp.
Don't
That's what
ever
they
say
want you
that
to
to me
think.
again.
No.
Don't ever say that to me again.
What did you Google it? Look it up
That
on
was too hard of a
Wikipedia.
take.
I did.
The mainstream media is lying to you.
Okay. Hey, it's Wikipedia.
Pretty much anything you hear about chips on the mainstream media is going to be false.
Guys, Wikipedia doesn't lie.
Oh God, you're using Wikipedia? You mean libtardpedia?
Wikipedia is not a scholarly source, Papa.
Can we talk about whether teeth are bones or not?
I think they are.
Teeth are bones, yeah.
Teeth are not bones, actually. This is something that I know.
Does it make you uncomfortable?
No.
Teeth are bones.
No, they're not. Teeth are not themselves bones, but they have bones inside of them. I think that's what it is.
Bet you
might
found
be
that
wrong.
on Wikipedia.
Don't
No.
teeth have a soft inner part? Why are you saying
No.
there are bones inside of teeth?
Bones?
I have never seen a cutaway picture in like, you know,
You're right,
any of
like
the magazines I've ever seen that have cutaways of teeth.
Teeth are not made of
When
bone.
I ever go to the dentist's office, I never see bones inside those cutaways. It's always just
Teeth are
tooth
not
and
made
then
of bone,
red
but
squishy
rather
bit.
multiple tissues of varying
And if you get a
density and
cavity, it
hardness.
drills a hole into the red squishy bit and makes your teeth sore. I wouldn't know because I've never had a cavity before, but that's what I've been told.
Me neither.
Really?
Yeah, I've never had a cavity before.
I've had like 6.
So, boys, teeth are boneless.
Craig,
What you just said contradicts
I'm getting an
that
insight
statement.
into your
No.
childhood through this, I think, Craig.
Teeth
I
are
just
not made
realized
of bone.
you must have not cleaned your teeth as a child, which probably led you down some godforsaken path that eventually made you obsessed with notepads.
I'll have you know, I cleaned my
we're really
teeth.
starting to scratch the
I
surface
cleaned
here.
my
Maybe
teeth
it
a
was
healthy
just
amount.
very
I just
forgetful.
ate a lot of candy.
Oh, sure you did.
I'm just gonna write this down. Okay.
What are you writing it down in?
Too much candy.
Are you
I'm
writing it
just
Don't
down?
write
making
that
sure
down.
that we get all the we
Are
get
you
all the
writing-
Why are
information.
you writing that
here.
down?
Dan, are you writing it down in a notepad?
I'm writing it down on a piece of paper, actually.
I'll write it down on
That
Notepad.
Paper inside a notepad?
No, it's actually just a loose sheet of loose leaf.
All right,
'Cause
guys. I think we have
I'm
to
an
stop
engineer.
talking about this and go on to our final subject.
That's
You guys
the
excited?
final subject.
Clap.
Yay! Woo!
Sorry.
That was disgusting. I can't believe you use such filthy language on this podcast.
Mr. Sandman.
Fucking piece of shit. Jeez.
Our final subject for the podcast today is
What?
the thumb people.
The thumb people.
Would
Oh.
you
This is another thing that you're weirdly obsessed with.
would you date a thumb person for $10,000?
I don't know what a thumb
And I'm talking
person-
about a full-on.
It's only 10,000. I mean, there are better ways to get
I was gonna say the
$10,000.
same thing.
What would you do for $10,000 then?
Oh, jeez.
What's the worst thing you would do?
That's a hard question. There's so many horrible things you can
$10,000?
think of.
There really is.
I'd
To be
kill
fair,
two
$10,000
people.
is like is actually kind of. I think thumb person I'd probably do it if it was just a date.
So,
Yeah, that's what
you
I'm
know.
saying.
If it was just a date, I might.
I think $10,000 is worth it. in
It's
that
a very
case. I
it's
don't
like an
know.
hour-long date though. You have to go to dinner with her, make small
okay.
talk. It's really
I was
awkward. You
gonna
can't
say,
stop
like
thinking
a
about
dinner
her
party.
fingernail.
Her.
Yeah.
I like men, Craig.
That's stupid,
Me
actually.
too, Greg. So,
I wouldn't do it for $10,000. I want a thumb dick.
Yeah.
Well, you can't have it. It's a thumb girl.
Craig,
She's just as muscular though. If that
this
helps.
disgusts me that you don't support the LGBTQ community.
Let's not get into that.
Honestly, you disgust me, Craig.
I don't know what to say.
You're despicable.
Let's
Just
move on.
Apologize.
Fuck
Just
you.
Apologize and say that you do support them. Just do it.
I do not support the LGBTQ movement.
I do.
This is
Do you, Daniel?
my eyes are open for the first time, I think.
Dan.
This is-
Especially when
this
it comes
is-
to the
Dan.
thumb people.
Dan,
the thumb people are oppressed.
do you support
Thumb people do not
them?
deserve rights.
Thumb people are people too.
That's why it
That's
says
all I'm gonna say.
Yet you
about
wouldn't
that.
go on a date with one.
I said I would for $10,000.
A thumb
That's why
girl?
they're-
Not if they were a woman though. That
That's why they're
disgusts
called
me.
thumb
Well, that's just
people,
sexist
because
then.
They're people too.
Women disgust me. It's
Okay.
not sexist. It's just my sexual preference.
Okay, that's a fair point, I guess.
Yeah.
But still, they disgust me.
I would still do it. $10,000.
Women shouldn't have rights.
Oh my god.
There's actually one more topic I have on the notepad.
You mother. That's it. You're
I don't
just
want to
wrong.
talk to you anymore, Craig.
Okay, we don't have to talk about it.
The fact that you
okay.
don't support the LGBTQ community just absolutely disgusts me, quite
Yeah.
frankly.
Do you, Dan?
I like men. That's all I'm saying, you
I
know?
feel like.
I bet you're a furry. I
hold
just-
on.
No. You, gross.
Wow, Dan, that overt reaction was very telling.
God damn.
What, you like furries? Are you a furry, Craig?
Yeah, Craig.
That's
No, he's
disgusting.
You know, I've never
I'm
heard.
even more disgusted now.
I've never heard somebody overreact to
Dan,
the
he's
word
a
furry so
slimy.
much, and I think it's because you're overcompensating for something.
Dan, he's a slimy.
I don't. I'm a very confident man. Okay. I don't need to overcompensate for anything. All right. That's all I'm saying. That's what you're not getting. That's not what you're That's what you're not understanding here.
No,
I think.
he's understanding.
Well,
All I
I think
understand. All I know. All I'm saying.
That's all I'm saying.
Craig, you're awful.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think we've gone through all the topics that I have on my notepad here, so we can wrap things
Except
up.
for the fact that.
Did you do number 8?
Craig is a slimy.
I think you skipped
not a
number 8.
furry.
That was the thumb people,
Well, what was number 7?
the podcast.
Oh yeah.
What
Well,
was
it's number 11.
4? What was number 4?
We only went up to 10.
What was number 4?
Craig, what was number 2?
Number 4 was spilling the pop.
What was number 2?
Barack Obama,
I already asked that.
What was number 1?
the podcast.
What's
was
number
number 3?
What's number 3? Oh, I was about to ask that. Dang.
Number 3 was Taco Boys,
What was number 6?
What was number 5?
Adam Wilson.
What was number 15?
Can number 11?
Okay,
be talking
look,
about
you
the
guys
fact
are
that
you guys
Brett
are
is indeed not a furry, but is a slimy.
Look, I don't want to talk about this. Okay, we're done here.
No.
That's
Yeah,
the end
I
of the
think we're done.
podcast.
I think this is the end of the podcast. Well,
20 minutes.
so
Yeah,
I
don't want to talk to any of you.
What I'd like to do right now is each person
Bye, Craig.
each person comes up with an outro. So I'll start first. This has been the podcast, the serious podcast actually, and it was it was a good podcast. There was a lot of serious moments, and I would just like to say that I am proud that we finally got this off the ground. I'm very happy that we managed to do this, and
Your outro already.
I know that
Boring.
the viewers are gonna consider this one a real treat.
A real
Dan, do you have an outro for us?
treat.
Yeah. Eat a dick.
Oh god.
Follow that one up, Poppa.
Okay.
Okay, alright, I got it.
All right, thanks for watching.
That was my outro.
Yeah, I got that.
All right. So
you.
it was
We should cut there, by the way.
Right before
No, we should cut. We should have like that silence and then cut it right before I
Yeah.
say anything.
yeah.
so and that's been the podcast. We'll see you guys next week.
Supposed to be done already.
We're gonna have
Yeah,
we're gonna have a
done,
very
Craig.
special
Done.
guest next week. Actually,
we're
I hope you
done.
guys are looking forward to that.
Craig,
and-
Craig,
Craig, we're
we're done. We're done,
Craig.
Craig.
Oh,
We already
we're done.
finished.
really?
Yeah, we finished, Craig. It's
Craig.
over. We already cut.
Okay.
Unless you edited this, in which case you're a piece of shit.